Well, hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I have a long awaited video that I have been meaning to do forever and ever. It's the trying to find a backup replacement for my beloved Maniology Tools number 27 cleanup brush. Mine is starting to get a little fluffy on the end, so it is not cleaning as well as it was in the past. Now, I will admit to having two backups of this. One of my dear friends, I believe it was Carla Ray, sent me hers. She had bought it because I kept bragging and talking about it and loving on it, and so she had bought one and she just sent it to me because she said she didn't really use it. It was new, so I went ahead and took it. So I do have that one as a backup, and I think I have another one. I don't know if it was brand new or what, but anyway. So I did go on the internet and I found one that says Maniology Tools number 27, but as you can see, it's totally different. I mean, the brush length is longer. It's just different. So, but I bought this one off of eBay, paid way too much for it, but I will be testing this one out. And then I have some e.l.f. brushes. I have one that's got a clear stem, and it's number 203, but it's got a spoolie on the end and the brush on the other end. And then I have the regular e.l.f. concealer brush. So we've got those. I also have this angled one from Wet n Wild. I believe I got this at the Dollar Tree. And then I also have three from Maniology. These were the new ones that were at Target, probably a year or more ago, that I was starting to look for my replacements. So I have number 270. This one doesn't have a number or a name or anything on it. So I don't really know what that one, it says eyeliner, so it's just in a gold wand. And then this one is 240. So I will be giving those a try, and those are like store-bought ones. Then off the internet on Etsy, I bought all of these, and I'm not sure if they all came from Maniology, but they were all in the bag together, so they might be from the same company. I have this first one, and then I've got this rainbow one. These have no numbers or names on them. I will try to link anything I can link down in the description box. But I was on the hunt for like anything angled or that looked like it could be a good cleanup brush. So like I said, these four came off of Etsy, and I will try to link them down below. Then I've got the IMK nails. This was the first one that I think she came out with, and I have used it in the past, but I'm throwing it in here because I want to show all of the ones I can show. Then I have this one from Bundle Monster that's the cleanup brush on the end, and then it's like a little pencil stamper on the other end. Have not used this, have not played with it, nothing. And then I have one from Uber Chic Beauty that I have also purchased. So I'm going to give these a road test. I've got a manicure on that I'm about to take off, and I figured now would be a good time to test it. This is not going to be like a true test because normally my nail polish that I'm cleaning up is wet still. It's still tacky, wet, damp, whatever you want to call it. But I'm thinking this will give me a good idea of whether I like one or not. The thing I like about this original one is that it was angled perfectly. It wasn't too fat. Of course, like I said, mine's getting fluffy now that I've used it for so long. It's starting to get fatter. And it was firm. The bristles didn't bend a whole lot. Some of the other brushes I've tried they're just too bendy. They bend too much. I want like something that's going to stay straight and just do my cleanup. So I'm going to get everything together and ready, and we're going to test these out and talk about them. Okay, the first one I'm going to try is this e.l.f. concealer brush, and these I would get at Walmart for $1. Sometimes they get hard to find. I don't know what the deal is on that. But this was one of my first brushes that I really felt like was a good cleanup brush. Now, like I said, this is dry polish, and I've already been playing, so it's the thing I like about this brush is it does stay firm. It is tight. It'll go in between those little nooks and crannies around the nail. So it is a really good option, and especially back when I first started using them, they were really easy to find. So that one seems to do pretty well. Next is the e.l.f. 203. This is the one with the little spoolie on the end. And we're going to give it a go. The brushes on this one bend a little bit more than what I prefer. And yeah, I'm not near as crazy about this one. I'd rather have the other e.l.f. brush. They're too bendy. They spread out when they're bendy like that, and I don't really care for that. So that one's a no-go for me. I mean, I would use it if I had to. Now this is the Wet n Wild that I got from the Dollar Tree, and this is an angled liner brush. And I've seen lots of people use these. The thing about some of these brushes, though, is that the acetone just eats them because they're synthetic. So I don't know how long they would hold up. This one's doing pretty good. The bristles are not real firm, but they're not spreading out too bad as I try to brush around the area. So that one's not too bad. I do think the acetone's going to eat that one, though. It's looking like it wants to eat it. And then now we're going to go into the newer Sonia Kashuk's. And I say newer because, like I said, I bought these like over a year ago. So this is the gold one that didn't have any number, but it's the eyeliner brush. And it's not angled, it's flat on the end, but we're going to give it a try anyway. So let's go in with, okay, those brushes bend way too easy. I'm not liking that. No, not real crazy about that one. That's not my jam there. So I'm going to slide that one back into its little holder. I would use these, but my goal is to find one that I love, like I love my other one, my original. Now this one's another, and this one's called the Petite Smudge. It's the 270. Also Sonia Kashuk, and was purchased at Target. It's not angled, but that's not a deal breaker for me. And these brushes are spreading out, and they're a little more bendy too, so I'm not near as crazy about this one either. So far the one I like the best is the e.l.f. one. Big surprise there, so I'm going to put this one back in its little cap. There we go. Next, we have the last of the Sonia Kashuk's, and this is the pointed eyeliner brush. You can see it's a little pointed. It's not really angled, but, you know, that's okay. If it does the job, it doesn't have to be angled. Now this one's working pretty good. I'm going to start on another nail and see. Yeah, this one's pretty good. The bristles seem to be staying firm and not spreading out so bad. This one's okay. I like this. Yep, this one I like. So this one's probably like in second place. So I'm going to put it back in its holder. And separate these over here that I like and the ones I don't like. Now on to the ones I got off of Etsy from Maniology. So here's the first one. It is angled. It's got the pretty little rainbow on the end. I'm going to dip it in there, and then let's see. This one's pretty good. It seems to be pretty firm. I like this one. This one's a keeper. Very nice. Goes in nice and tight up near around my cuticle area and stuff. And, you know, really, I've seen people use all sorts of brushes. So, you know, it's what you get comfortable with, and that's the problem with me, is I got comfortable with something. So, there's the first one. I really like it. It's going in the keep pile. Now, this one's a little fatter, but it is angled. And this one's another Etsy purchase. It's got that beautiful rainbow wand. Not that that's the big deal, but let's get in here. And I like this one. Even though it's bigger, I do really like it. It seems to be, the bristles are staying firm, and I'm able to get in tight on the side with it. That will totally work for me. So that one goes in the keeper pile too. Next we have this pink one, and it of course has no name. It is also angled. It's a little bit smaller. The bristles on this one are a little long though, so that's what concerns me about it. But oh hey, that one's working really well too. Yeah, I like this one too. But like I said earlier in the video, some of these synthetic brushes do not hold up to acetone well. They just, okay, I'm going to go back to the Wet n Wild one, because as it sits and dries, you can see it's starting to get really jagged on the end. That one's going to get eat up by acetone. So we will see. Endurance test also plays a big role. So yeah, this pink one right here is really good. I like it really well. It's a keeper. Now this one with the gold gems in it, also from Etsy, and the dog hair. There we go. It's not very angled or anything, but it's a lot like the elf brush on the end. So I'm going to give it, oop, I almost spilt that, y'all. So I'm going to go in. So that's working really well. That one's pretty firm. I really like the firmness of this one. It's working really, really well. And when I do mine, I kind of dip it in the acetone and then I kind of blot it out on the paper towel so that I'm not just flooding everything with acetone. So there we go. Oh yeah, liking that one. So that one's definitely a keeper. Now on to the other ones. Now, like I said, I have used this IMK one, and I don't know if she's still selling this one, and I believe she has a new one that she has out. I need to check. If I do find it, I will leave some information down below. Now, this one, I remember the bristles weren't very firm, but I learned when I used this one, if I just loaded up and didn't dab it, I would flood my cuticles a little bit with it, but I could get really tight in there. The bristles, you know, I could get, look how flat they are. They get up in there really well. But I couldn't do my tap off. There wouldn't be enough acetone and brush movement to really do any serious cleaning up. But it does work really well. It was just I didn't give it enough time to get used to it. So I really do like this one. This one's definitely a keeper. I do need to play with it more so that I can get more, you know, comfortable with it. This next one is the Bundle Monster. Of course, now it's Maniology. Of course, you can tell how old that is if I've, you know, got it and it's got Bundle Monster on it. So this one's okay. The bristles are very flimsy, and it's like the IMK one. You want to load it up and leave the acetone on it. Kind of let it soak down in, and then do your wiping across. Not super crazy about this one, but it is a keeper. You know, it works. Some of them make me crazy, and I just can't deal with them. Now, I bought this one like forever and a hot minute ago from Chic, and I remember not liking it. But since I spent money on it, I kept it. So we're going to go ahead and see why I didn't like it, maybe. So, tap it out. And when I say I don't like it, it's just I'm not used to it. And I left it loaded this time and flooded my cuticles with it. And I guess it's really not as bad as I remember it being. But the bristles are real flimsy. They do a lot of bending and waning back and forth, and that's just not what I'm looking for in a cleanup brush. So there we go. We have tested all of them, and this one's okay. Not my favorite, but and they might have even improved these since I bought them. I bought this one like a long time ago. Okay, so these three, Chic, Bundle Monster, Maniology, and IMK, these are all good ones. They're good. I'm not going to get rid of them. I definitely will keep them. And these were the ones that I really liked. The e.l.f., the pointed eyeliner one from Maniology number 240, and the 4 from Etsy. These are all ones I really like. I really, really like these ones from Etsy. I don't remember how much any of them were. If I can find that information, I will list it down below in the description box. But this is like a tried and true, and these were $1 back when I was buying them. I bought, like every time I went to Walmart, I would buy like 10 of them or something. They don't last forever. Let me show you an example. I am using an old one that had the different colored tip. It got all fuzzy and fat and puffy. See how much fatter and puffier it is than the other one? But I use this for rubbing in cuticle creams and Burt's Bees and that sort of thing. So they are recyclable, and for $1 you can't go wrong with that. Now back to the ones I didn't really like. I did not like this elf one with the spoolie on the end. I just didn't, the bristles were too long and not firm. This one I believe the acetone's just going to smooth eat that rat up. This one I didn't like. I don't remember really why. It's flat, it's big, I didn't like it. And then this 270 is the Petite Smudge. I wasn't real crazy about it either. So there you go. There are my thoughts on the cleanup brushes. I am so sorry it took me so long to get around to doing this video. I'm in denial. I just kept thinking this little brush was just going to last me forever, and it's just not. It's a shame that they don't make these anymore, because, and they were $10. This one single brush was $10. But here's, see, that's another, this one's another old one. It's a little puffy. But this is what a new one looks like. See the difference? The new one is so nice and crisp. So, and the other thing I liked about these brushes was mine lasted me like 2 years. I use the same cleanup brush all the time, and the thing lasted me like 2 years. So, I really like the longevity, and that's why I didn't mind spending $10 on one. But like I said, there's my take on all of these cleanup brushes. I will try to link everything I can down below. Let me know what you use for cleanup. If you use Q-tips, I know a lot of people like to use the pointy Q-tips and different brushes and whatnot, so let me know what you use down below. I would love to hear, and you'll probably see some of these start working into my rotation, because like I said, some of them are great brushes. They would be good if I just could make myself get used to using them. So there you go. That's it, and I'm going to quit rambling. I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, be good to yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.